ओम ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुं ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः। मण्डूकमहर्षे गौडपादाचार्यवर्याय आद्यशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादि अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अथ अथर्ववेदान्तर्गतमाण्डुक्योपनिषद शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेवे शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गये स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवैतं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ चतुर्थ अलात शांति प्रकरणम्। Every shloka here is so sublime, so deep in its logic and understanding. When we really tune ourselves to them, lift ourselves to that, and also are convinced about it and practice it, all our bondages, samsara, along with the roots, goes away. Here, the patience to listen, the subtlety to inquire, then the readiness to accept the truth, and the daringness to live the truth we have to have. When we have all this, we can very clearly see the transformation in us happening, in which we can feel we are getting freed from the outer and inner clutches, bondages. And we can even come to that type of visualization as to at what level of inner maturity the gurus like Adi Shankara, Gaudapada, Puja Gurudev are there. And we can seek that for ourselves also. That's the idea of it. The entire purpose of all study, Shastra, Adhyana, Satsanga, Sadhana is that we also should enter into that level of bliss and experience of liberation. And all this intellectual inquiry, logical inquiry, Shastra authority based inquiry, by which our very strongly held wrong notions from millions of lives are being shaken and removed. We should be ready for that. But at least listen and accept at least their presence. Then their importance we are to be convinced about, we practice them, we get benefit out of them, they keep start happening. And one of the yesterday also he said, any text in the world or in your life you may forget, but don't forget to 100 times study Mandukya. I am doing that. Because I understood that this is one text when I thoroughly studied, from the root, entire problems go away. All Upanishads, other things, they are inspiring us, they are pushing us. But the way through logical explanation, the entire world's creation itself is rejected, by which the problem is uprooted. No other Upanishad is daring to do that. This one is a bit that way risky, but then the highest if we can achieve it. Entire problem of ours is because of the inner and outer world, When they are denied in logic that they are not at all created or existing, how can there be problem? रूट से निकाल देते हैं इसको. ये है मांडुक्य, अलात शांति, इवन अदर प्रकरणास, उसका इफेक्ट असर. one should have the guts to study and live Mandukya. मांडुक्य को जीना है, योग वासिष्ठ को जीना है, जन्म धन्य. बाकी सब slowly they will liberate, but this is immediately instantaneously. Okay, now we are using Alatha Shanti, Alatha Spandana, and then Abhasa of the Rujvakra, and Alatha Shanti, Abhasa disappear. The goals are these two, understanding. When the Alatha is moving, Abhasas are there. When the Alatha becomes stable, Abhasas go away. In fact, whether moving or stable, Abhasas are Abhasas only, they are not real. They, in the moment of Alatha, appear to be appearing. They are not real at all because they don't have Dravya. They never came from themselves, from anything else, even from the Alatha. From nowhere they came. Same way we were talked about the worlds, inner and outer. They have neither come from self, nor entering into the self, nor came from somewhere else, nor entered anywhere else, nor they don't have any, nor they have any dravya in themselves. Then therefore, like those meaningless but appearing abhasas of Rujuvakra, so too is the entire gross and subtle world meaningless appearance. So, this is what is the conclusion. Then don't give meaning, don't say it as real. Don't say it as real, say it as appearance. Don't give meaning, say that there is no meaning in it. Then that goes away. With this knowledge, this practice, when you do, that knowledge blesses us in getting rid of the samsara. If the knowledge is not practiced, it is useless. The knowledge is dropped. The practice will be of the same which we were doing earlier of taking the world as real and then really becoming karta and bhokta. It is in our choice. That is what the shloka we were studying. And before that, द्रव्य से हेतु स्याद अन्यद अन्यस्य चैव हि द्रव्यत्वम अन्य भावो वा धर्माणाम न उपपद्यते. That's the greatest shloka here. Self is not dravya, not guna. Therefore, from the self, dravya and guna has never come. Because dravya se dravya आता है, guna se guna आता है. And the world which is having dravya and guna has not come from the self. Because in the self, there is dravya guna are not there. Within this world also, whatever see, in that also dravyatva and gunatva is actually not there. All that is only abhasa. So what are the process? Yesterday very deeply explained, if you remember that one. First thing is the importance of the world is reduced by mentioning the Atma to be the cause. Okay? Without the Atma, world cannot be there. Then, by inquiring into the nature of the Atma, it is found that it is immutable, never old, never dying. Therefore, what is discussed is the Atma can never become the cause. When it has not become cause, from this effect cannot come. Therefore, the effect called as world has never come from the world, from the Atma. By that, the world's reality is rejected. Atma is immutable and that is your own self. You get established in that, that liberation is indicated here. In that, the Karya Karanata Bhava is being rejected here. Parama Atma is not Karana for the Jagattu. Because the Karya Karana Sambandha, wherever the Dravya or Anya are there, then only is valid. Dravya is matter, Anya is Guna. Paramatma is Naya Dravya, Nar Guna. Therefore, Paramatma never became cause for the Jagat. But Jagat can never exist without Paramatma. Therefore, Jagat का cause जगत के दृष्टि से परमात्मा है. परमात्मा के दृष्टि से परमात्मा जगत का cause नहीं है. Is it not? From the standpoint of snake, the rope is the cause of snake. At every part where you are seeing snake, you are seeing rope only. Wherever rope is there, there only the snake imagination happens. Always remember, in this Bhranti, we talk more and more of snake. But nobody will see something like snake unless there is something like rope. And every part of the snake is rope only. It already we studied in the earlier two prakaranas. Agama and Vaitatya exhaustively spoken. Every part of snake is rope alone. Therefore, what is the cause of snake? Rope. Go to the rope and look from that standpoint. Can any part of the snake can rope can become snake? No. Therefore, from the rope did the snake come? No. Then is the snake existing? Not there. Then what is there? Only rope. So rope ajnana led to the bhranti of snake. Then rope jnana removed Bhranti of snake. Snake was never there. Bhranti was there of snake, Bhranti gone away. So to Jagat is never there. It's only Bhranta. In the ignorance of self, Jagat appearing. In the knowledge of the self, Jagat disappears. Jagat never created nor it is destroyed. It only appearing like snake appeared and disappeared. Snake never got created on the rope. And in one way, this side, rope is the cause of snake because some adhisthana is required for the aropa. From that side, rope can never get modified by as a snake or anything else. Therefore, from that standpoint, there is no snake at all. अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज व्हाट रोप को रोप की तरह देखो तो स्नेक नहीं होगा सो तो आत्मा को पहचानो जगत will not be there. Even when snake is taken as real and you suffered the fear of it, even at that time also snake is not there. Just like even when you are experiencing the dream, at that time also the dream world is unreal only, though you are experiencing. That was all explained in the earlier Karikas, that an anubhuti of the thing need not establish its existence. So without the thing being there, also you can experience it and its effects. Snake is not there, you are experiencing it, you are also experiencing its effect of fear. Mirage water is not there, but we are experiencing, and you are getting the result of it in the form of your thirst. You are going towards it. सेम वे आत्म वस्तु को नहीं जाने के कारण ये जगत का आभास भ्रांति हो रहा है. आत्म वस्तु जान लो तो जगत का भ्रांति जाएगा, जगत नहीं जाएगा, बिकॉज जगत था ही नहीं कभी. Snake never went away when the rope discovered. We always use this sentence. When the rope is discovered, the snake disappears. It's the incomplete sentence. When the rope is discovered, the delusory snake disappears, not the real snake. When you don't use the delusory snake, then you will imagine that हाँ rope को discover करते ही करके सांप निकल गया. ऐसा हमको लगता है. सांप था भी नहीं कभी जाने के लिए. भ्रांति था कि ये सांप है, भ्रांति निकल गया. That's it. This is what the crux of Vedanta. That's why Brahma Satyam Jagat Bhranti or Mithya. Are you clearing? From the world standpoint, Paramatma is cause to reach to Paramatma. From the Paramatma standpoint, the world is never affected. To establish in Paramatma, never to enter into the world again. In the world you enter, fun, 1, 2, 3% entertainment will be there, 98% trouble will be there. Except the inner Paramatma, even outside Paramatma, when you have to go to a temple, the darshan 2 सेकंड ही देता है वो, लेकिन उसके लिए इतने घंटे ट्रेन में, फ्लाइट में चल के, लाइन में खड़े होके, हाउ मच यू हैव टू सफर. इज भगवान ओनली, बट इतना दिक्कत है देखो. 2 मिनट दर्शन, उसके लिए रूम बुक करो, ये करो, वो करो. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग एन एग्जाम्पल. दैट डजंट मीन डोंट गो टू टेम्पल्स. In the way, inner self alone is real. You come out of him, look the world, you are only bound. This is why we are saying to create that genuine interest in wanting to establish in the true self. उसकी महिमा बताना चाहिए ना, इसलिए. Now we saw this is a very crucial shloka. एवं न चित्तजा धर्माः चित्तं वापि न धर्मजम्. एवं न चित्तजाः धर्माः. Here chitta is atma. Okay. आत्मा ही चित्त के रूप में भान हो रहा है। चित्त से जगत आया हम मानते हैं, चित्त से जगत नहीं आया। सेम वे चित्तम वापि न धर्मजम, ये चित्त भी यहाँ ये वस्तुओं से उत्पन्न नहीं हुआ। Because these are the two thoughts always we have, no? The world is there, then I saw it through the senses. In the mind, a thought is formed. Is it not? Or in the mind, there is an imagination, then with the eyes and hands, I created an object there. इस तरह से हम सब सॉलिड है इसमें, उसका व्यवहार करते भी हैं हम. I imagine in the mind to go and see the tree, I go and see it. Or somewhere I went, I opened the eye and I saw the tree, and the imprint of that happened in the mind. This solid reality, like appearing experience itself, is challenged here through these logics, which we try to analyze, but it has to be 100 times deeply analyzed to come to this conclusion. What is the conclusion? The self can never become chitta, the chitta can never become the world can never become chitta, the chitta can never become the world, self. There is no karya-karana sambandha at all between them. Conclusion is neither chitta there nor jagat is there. What is there is pure conscious blissful self only. This is what we have to discover finally. Again, we have to make our mind sattvic. We may have to make ourselves very subtle in our contemplation, in that contemplative mood. लाइक वी ऑलवेज एग्जाम में फेल हो गए, यार फेल हो गए, पास हो तो कितना बढ़िया होता. नो एवरीबडी इज इंसल्टिंग मी, आई कांट लिफ्ट माई हेड देयर, आई शुड हैव स्टडीड वेल, आई वुड हैव रियली. पास हो गए तो कितना बढ़िया सब मिठाइयाँ देते थे, या मैं देता मिठाई, वो लोग अप्रिशिएट करते थे. दिस इज व्हाट जनरली वी थिंक, बट दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट थिंकिंग. द करेक्ट थिंकिंग इज व्हाट, व्हाई डिड आई फेल. Generally, we don't go into those real deeper details. Why did I fail? The question paper was tough. Why was it tough? Because I didn't know the knowledge. Why? I didn't study. You understand the difference between these two attitudes? Same way. Our attitude is about seeing the world, feeling good about it, desiring for it, working for it, enjoying. But what is Karikakara doing? Where did this world come from? The mana. Where did mana come from? Paramatma. Did Paramatma really became as mana or created the mana? No. Where is the world and mana? It is not at all there. It is there in the ignorance of Atma only. So if you know the Atma, all this will be there. They will not be there. Therefore, where is Jagat and then? It's never there only. He is inquiring in this way. If this inquiry is not done and the truth is not recognized, what vyavahara we are doing appears to be true. That's what samsara means. Otherwise, whatever is done by us through upadhi of चलना फिरना खाना बनाना खाना नौकरी करना पैसे पाना लोगों से बातें करना प्रेम करना लड़ना, all of them are like in the dream, like in the movie, only in the ignorance of the self. They are appearing to be there, they are really. उनमें ये सब नहीं है. दैट इज अत्यंत सूक्ष्म ज्ञानम about my own inner self. And the tamasha dekho maya ka, when that subtlest self is not known, what a havoc is created in the ignorance of self, that we see the Brahmandas, we see Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara, we see Indra Varuna Aditya, we see so many human beings, animals, plants born. In human beings, we have so many people, friends. ये सारा उस अज्ञान बेवकूफ से शुरू हुआ. And here everything is real. We work, we get the things, and we feel happy, miserable. We fight with the people. इतना सारा जो सॉलिड रियलिटी हमको दिख रहा है, इट इज ए सॉलिड एब्सेंस ओनली. But it is so difficult for one to explain it, and more difficult for the other one to receive, accept it, when he is living in this world as if it is so real. But some common sense can help us to understand. One common sense is what? When I am involving in the world is real. When you don't involve, world is not at all there. That can tentatively break that shackle, that world is real, I am real, I must be in the world is for me, I am for the world. ये थोड़ा break हो जाते हैं shackles. if this experimentation is done, or if it's happening in your life, if you observe it. Like I got an accident. No, on the bed hospital. Every friend's relative came, consoled and all. But accident is so severe that I have to be on the bed for 8 months. Except the members of the known one or two servants, in anybody come to my life? Nobody will come. The whole world goes away. That should give an hint that the world is there when I involve. If I don't involve, it is not there. And whichever the world I involve, that world appears to be there. Now I am in the world of recouping myself. When I was healthy, it was not there. That time I was having the world and involvement. Now, doctor, nurse, medicine, daily checkup. ये दुनिया ही अलग हो गई. तो दुनिया के कारण मैं ही नहीं हूं, मेरे कारण दुनिया है. At least that much comes. Little go, who is that me actually under the real self? In that neither Deha is there, nor Desha is there, nor the Vyakti Vishesh are there, nor birth and death are there. I'm just telling you with lot of fill in the blanks. I know it. But this is what, in nutshell, the Karikas in the ALAATHA Shanti, in general, all Upanishads are speaking about when they say Parabrahma alone is real. In him, the creation is never jata or born. The final thing he is saying. Here, that's what he says. Evam na chittaja dharmaha chittam vapi na dharmaja. This is after finishing Agama, Vaitatya, Advaita Prakarana, and also doing so many in the Alatha Shanti. This is the conclusion. In this ultimate conclusion level, self is there, that's it. Neither it got disappeared, nor it became something else, nor it created something else, nor there is anything other than it. That's what in 7th chapter, 7th sloka of Gita. First line is Bhagavan speaks from his standpoint. Second line he speaks for all of us for the sadhana to reach to the first level. Matta Paradanam Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjay. Oh Arjuna, there is nothing higher than me, greater than me, lower than me. Means there is no thing other than me. Because if something is there, it will be higher, greater or equal. Higher, lower or equal. है कि नहीं? कोई भी बंदा है तो मेरे बड़े होगा उम्र में, छोटा होगा या समान होगा. कोई बड़ा नहीं, छोटा नहीं, समान नहीं, मतलब कोई है ही नहीं ना. This is the ultimate truth. First line, other than me, beyond me, lesser than me, there is no thing. Means I alone am there. That's the ultimate truth. But you and I see the world. Therefore, for us, he says, "My sarvavidam protam sutre maniganaiva." All of that is woven on me, the thread. I am the thread, and all these beads are woven in me. And that the world of garland is seen. This is only practice to say that I am there as a thread. Then only each of them are integrated, put together, becoming like a garland or necklace. Then the next question may, what about each of the beads which are becoming the garland because of thread inside? The beads also same material that are the thread inside. They were thread, woven thread, and each of the bead. Both of them are same gold, and the appearing ornament also is gold. So the beads are called as Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. The thread is called as Chaitanya Paramatma. Then the garland is called the entire world. So what is in the garland or any necklace? The beads as well as thread. What are they? They are also gold only. Therefore, what is there as a garland is gold only, as the beads as well as thread. So the entire world, the jada or the beads, the chaitanya is the thread, the whole world which is appearing is the necklace. That is nowhere it is anything other than Parabrahma. That's what Bhagavan in the 7th chapter. Matta Paradram Nanya Kichidasti Dhananjaya Mai Sarva Vidam Purotam Sutre Manegana Iva. Because of our undue importance given to the stulata and also in the karma and the karma phala, we are not able to conceive this subtle knowledge. Only one in millions will pursue it. Among them, one in hundreds or 200s, one will understand it. But once you understand where maybe he is freed from the grossness and its bondage, it goes away from the root level. This is other than there is nothing. Where will the samsara of ragadvesha to me? वो आएंगे नहीं फिर राग द्वेष उसके बाद, क्योंकि मेरे से अलावा कुछ है ही नहीं. That is why, remember, one secret, let us all practice it. Slowly, secretly, silently pursue the self. Don't do much of the inquiry about the Jagat, Jivata, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara, all the values. उसको जो time देना दे दो, but very silently focus on the real self, the Sadgana, Chidgana, Ananda. When our focus become more on this, and really, let's just say by God's Guru's grace, luckily it clicks to us in understanding and experience. It will be such beautiful that the entire world gets wiped off. That we need not even discuss about it only, worry about it only. You know, I don't know what example I should give. No, I have a fellow whom I am attending, very old, whoever he may be. And I'm so much suffering to inquire about him. Where is he? How is he? How much money I have to get with hospital? Suddenly that fellow died. सारा प्रॉब्लम खत्म होते हैं. This funny thing, death is such a problem that if it happens, along with all other problems go. Abhi, do you understand this very painful looking truth? In the same way, in the discovery of the self, the world goes away. And when the world goes away, understand, along with the world, all problems also go away. That's why silently attend to this. Aham Satsvarupa Osmi, Chit Swarupa Osmi, Ham Brahmasmi. Keep on doing little bit, add that. ना जैसे देखो घर में हस्बैंड गेट सैलरी बट एन इंटेलिजेंट वाइफ स्लोली स्लोली वो इकट्ठा करके रखती है इन 10 years इट इज ह्यूज अमाउंट विद दैट दे कैन बाय एन हाउस आल्सो दे कैन बाय अ व्हीकल दे कैन गेट देयर चिल्ड्रन मैरिड वो हस्बैंड को पता ही नहीं था ये धीरे धीरे 2 रुपए 5 रुपए 10 रुपए इकट्ठा कर करके शी इज मेड से नाइस ऑर्नामेंट फॉर हर डॉटर और सन चिल्ड्रन इन द सेम वे स्लोली वी हैव टू डू दिस हम ब्रह्मास्मि हम स्वस्वरूप चित स्वरूपोस्मि. Keep on investing it. Only one day you become convinced so much about it. In front of that, the world is not there. Problems gone. If the world is there, problem will be there because world is a problem. It is unreal. With unreal, what can you do? You suffer only. Only when you discover it is unreal, the suffering goes away. The suffering, the unreality of it will be discovered only when the reality is discovered. Never the snake will go away by any means unless the rope is discovered. सत्य को जाने बिना मिथ्या चला नहीं जाता. And generally, another effect of Maya is what? Though we come to spirituality and study Shastra, our attention is more and more on the mithya only. Bhagavan knows it. That's why he said, Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam shadam braja. The meaning of that is that. Attend to the conscious self. Be daily doing some time that Aham Brahmasmi, I am Atma Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma, yeah, all these manana, Am Sat Swaruposmi, Chit Swaruposmi, Ananda Swaruposmi, Akhanda Swaruposmi, Ananta Swaruposmi. Keep on doing, add that. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. That Shivoham Narayanoham is the greatest mantra than any other japa mantras. Om Aham Asmi, Brahma Aham Asmi, Aham Brahma Param Dhama, Brahma Aham Paramam Padam. We have seen in Upanishad, in the Bhagavata only. So that is the load of this sloka. Evam na chittaja dharmaha chittam vapi na dharmajam. In this way, evam hetu phala ajatim pravishanti manishinaha. A highly contemplative seekers or rishis or saints enter into this understanding. What is that? Hetu phala ajati. There is no karana, there is no karya. The hetu, the karana are our own karmas. Dharma, dharma, karma. The phala of that is our own birth in this or that body and getting sukha dukkha there. While doing that sukha dukkha, again we do the karma called as hetu, which will become phala again for getting another body. Here, hetu phala dono nahi hai Paramatma mein. That is the stage it is discovered. Evam hetu phala ajatim pravishanti manishinaha. The wise people enter into that level. Now, this next pair, I am known every day, yesterday, day before also we studied it. but the taste of it completely, to get that we are doing it repeatedly. Having seen this mantra, now see the Avatarika bar, the mantra 55, which we have studied. 56 also we studied. I know that. But that is the crux of the entire thing. That's why I said yesterday before, we must try to master it as much as possible. Now, those who don't see the disappearance of Hetufala or accept the presence of Hetufala, how do they react in the world? Second question is how long they will do. Then third is how to come out of it. These are the three topics. How do they behave said in the Avatarika. Why it is happening is said in the mantra 55. How to get rid of it is said in the 56. How do they behave when Hetufala Abhasa is there? Here he says, Ye punaha Hetufalayoho abhinivishtaha. Those who are insisting in the Hetufalavada. How do they behave? Tesham kim syat? Their behavior is like that. Listen carefully. Ki iti uchyate. Aapko bata rahe. In that only every samsara comes. Atmagnani doesn't talk like that. Because he transcended Hetufalata. Those are not transcended Hetufalata by knowing the self, which is not having Hetufala. He is still in the Hetufala sthiti. What does he behaves like? Uchyate. See, dharma adharmakyasya hetoho aham karta. His attitude is this. I am the doers of the dharma dharma, which are the hetu. Which are the ones which give the result, no? Become cause for the result. Therefore, they are called hetu. So, पाप पुण्य कर्म करने का मैं करता हूं. जो पाप पुण्य है जो हेतु बन रहे बाद में फल देने के लिए. सो आई एम देयर, आई एम कर्ता ऑफ द पाप पुण्य विच आर द हेतु फॉर सम फल. सो अहम धर्माधर्माख्य से हेतो हो कर्ता, धर्माधर्माख्य से हेतो अहम कर्ता. Then when I have done it, mama dharma dharmau. So this punya I have done, this papa I have done. A very clear understanding he has got. See, for that person I give some dhanam. I remember it, it's a punya. This person I have cheated. This is a papam I have done. So mama ete dharma dharmo. Second point. First is what? I am the doer of dharma dharma, which are the hetu. Done. Second, I have done those dharma dharma. Mama ete dharma dharma. मैंने किया है. Now see the third one. It's very interesting. Tat phalam. The phala of the dharma in the form of sukha. Dharma is punya. Adharma papa in that the phala of dukkha. Tat phalam kala antare in future. Kvachit prani nikaye, having entered into some womb of whatever, animal or pashu, whatever human being, jataha, having entered into that body, being born there, bhokshe, I will enjoy the result. This is what all of us are doing. This is at the level of ignorance of the self. Where Hetu Falata is the Raja, king who is ruling our life. Ruling our life and ruining ourselves. And it is what prevalent everywhere. Now, crores and crores of examples. Anything you take is example for it only. Everything. Like they are married couple. Then they start doing the chintana. We will have the children, we'll make the children doctor or lawyer or engineer. And then actually they really get the children doing that and they feel happy also. Though they feel happy, that is samsara only, because that is not ultimate truth. Even the child who is born also slowly thinks himself कि मैं से ना बनना चाहता हूँ. That for that he goes through all the drama. You know, you want to become painter or artist or a sports person. Is it not? I want to be a sports person, this particular sport. So for that, this coaching institute I have to go. These many hours I have to practice it, and once I master it, I will be given selection. I enter, I play, I get man of the match, I get promoted, I become captain. After that, I become commentator, then I become the coach, then I become the manager, I then become the head of the department. देखो, ये सब ये सोच कर करके बन रहा है, किसी भी चीज इसमें रियल नहीं है. In reality, none of them are there. And if they are real, be attentive to this sentence. They should have continued all the time. Because that which is all the time, that alone is called real. A standard definition है कि नहीं, that which is there all periods of time, that alone is real. But none of these things are real. Why? They are not permanent. Permanent alone is real. Impermanent are unreal. Then where from they all have come? Not knowing yourself, you only imagined. And everything is in imagination going on. I want to become doctor as an imagination. I'm trying to become doctor as an imagination. I became a doctor also as imagination. I have retired from the doctor also imagination. Taken as real. Because you took it as real, it is appearing real. That is the point. If it is absolute reality, everybody should be doctors. How can there be patients? And this doctor himself should be all the time doctor. It's not the same. Keep on changing. One day he gets retired. He himself may become even patient. This is a very difficult to digest to Allah point. In the ignorance of my eternal changeless self, I myself imagine that I am the karta of the dharma and I have done them and I will get the result of it. For that result, moksha or bhojanam arrangement, I will go somewhere to take my body. I will be born. And actually it happens. Like a director directs a movie, producer produces. Everyone is taking it as real. Therefore, a movie is appearing. Neither the movie is real nor they are real in their imagination. They have imagined. To the imagination, they give through shooting a shape. It appeared as movie. But how much ever it realistically looks like, it is not real. In the same way, in the Jagar Jagat, when we are living as this one, like मैं सोचा मैं करता हूँ सत्संग, then मैंने शास्त्र पढ़ा, मैं बता रहा हूँ. And I take every of them is a reality, but they are all only in imagination. To the imagination, you are watering it. Therefore, it is gathering the momentum and appearing as real. If it is real, everybody should be speaker and I should be speaker all the time. 20 साल पहले I was not so. 20 साल का क्या होगा क्या पता. And what the basic principle? Because it is being seen or experienced and appearing, we just think that it is real. That's the first shackle. That has to be broken with the higher logic said earlier. Just because it's seeing it need not be real. No, all these are in the contemplation में. High level of contemplative mind में ये विचारों का विचारणा अंदर हो रहा है. Like a scientist, very consciously observes. Therefore, the principles which are working and like the Wright brothers consciously saw the bird, how it is taking off, how it is landing. Its beak, its tail, its wings. And the common sense is what? Anything if you have to go away from the earth, it will have should have the strength to reject the pull of the earth and go up. How to generate that power and how to maintain that? Isn't it when he becomes so conscious of it, slowly he could observe it and discovered it. जितना भी करो ये सब विचार ना कर से. Even though flight is discovered, thousands of flights are flying every day, yet these are all because of that initiative, observation and learning. In reality, all of them are not there. शुद्ध परमात्मा में ये सब का है ही नहीं रहना. That's what is proved here. Prani Nikaya Jato Bhokshe iti. So he thought, he sankalpa to observe, he said, let me fly. He flew it. He became creator of flight. We are all becoming the travelers of flight. The airlines are becoming the managers of the flight airlines. सब संकल्प से ही. At the अल्टीमेट लेवल संकल्प के कारण सृष्टि है और रियली सृष्टि नहीं है. And the sankalpa will be only a maya. Maya is a non-existing thing. This will be explained to us next to 2-3 shlokas. So now first thing is what? If one is not recognizing the self and caught up in hetu phala, how he thinks is this way. I am the karta of the dharma which are hetu. Therefore dharma I have done. I have to experience their phala. To get the phala, I go to some praninikaya. Having gone there, bhokshe. So I'll earn money going to the job. With that money, I'll go and buy something to enjoy. Is तरह से. Then remember, for this hetu phala, which is in reality not there, but so predominantly being felt by us, accepted by us, experienced by us, what is the strength for it? If it is not real, how it is appearing so real that it is suppressing the reality itself? Yeah, covering the reality itself. Is it not? Like, what is that? Because of which the ornament is appearing so real that the reality called is gold is not at all coming in discussion. एक बार सवाल पूछना चाहिए कि नहीं, क्या चीज के कारण इस आभरण में आभरणता का रियलिटी इतना स्ट्रांग है कि रियलिटी कॉल्ड गोल्ड भूल ही गए. You know that place, marriage or daughter, that mother with her own sisters. First thing she says is, बेटी शादी के लिए golden ornament. Clear? After that, the gold is taken for granted. Their entire focus is on ornament only. Their attention is ornament पे इतना होता है. And they pay for the gold only, not for ornament. But the discussion is ornament. ये अंगूठी कहते हैं, ये देखो बैंगल्स कहते हैं, ये देखो कान में लगाने वाला, नाक में लगाने वाला thing. All. No, I should give her that wonderful necklace studded with all diamonds also. So they talk as necklace, they talk as bangle, earring, nose ring, the ring at the finger ring. All of that they talk. They forget gold. Do you understand? So, where the predominance of ornaments is happening at the cost of the reality, the gold, without which ornaments won't exist. That question is answered here. And I'll explain it in the beginning only, like explained. So, the word used is avesha. You are insisting on. You are insisting upon. You are stubborn. You are rigid about it. You are obsessed. That's why. That is why you will see. Just like we have golden ornaments for marriage and all, if you go to some tribal areas, उनके ornaments कुछ अलग अलग चीजों से होते हैं. They may ornament with the पत्थर भी फूलों से बनाते हैं, पत्ते से भी बनाते हैं वो लोग, सब्जियों का भी मालाएं बनाते हैं. We look at them and laugh at because we are habituated. But the common fact is what? उन्होंने वो इमेजिन करके इंसिस्ट किया, आपने ये इमेजिन करके इंसिस्ट किया है. So दोनों are there because of imagination and insistence, not reality. Is it not? And if foreigners की बात कहो, they don't even talk about the ornaments only during marriage. They have some different dresses and funny things, which we don't have here. उनके लिए शादी मतलब the girl is in the white dress and gown. The boy means a coat काला पहन के tie so that she can hold and pull him. Without that वहाँ शादी की बात होती नहीं है. That is only insistence and obstination. और यहाँ इंडिया में साउथ इंडिया में शादी के टाइम धोती सिर्फ शादी के टाइम ही पहनता है वो बंदा, फिर नहीं जिंदगी भर. Are you understanding the meaning of avesha? I'm again saying the power of insistence alone is sustaining hetuphala vada. And that is creating such an impossibility appear as if impossible. That is called as a world in front of you. And because of our avesha, the hetuphala is functional. Because hetuphala, the jagat is created. Yet none of them are real. What is real is Paramatma. Because I insist the gold to become a bangle or necklace. and I try to melt it and make it. By doing all that, I make necklace. Still, the gold never disappeared. Gold is always gold. And जितना भी आप गले में हाथ में पहनो, थोड़ा ज्यादा पूछने से आपको बोलना ही पड़ेगा कि ये गोल्ड नहीं है. In the Heme, if you do little subtle inquiry, not the stubbornness of Avesha, we have to say that the world is not there, what is there is reality. Only one thing because of which world is reality is covered and the world appears is non-thinking. If you rightly, authentically, subtly think, you have to accept Paramatma only everywhere, not the Jagat at all. But we don't want to inquire that way, but we insist on our Hetu Phalavada. Therefore, you have become Hetu, the Phala coming to you. Becoming the Hetu, you are Karta. When the Phala comes, we Bhokta. कर्ता भोक्ता का जो मिलन है जिसको जीव कहते हैं, that is only in imagination. I am Brahman alone is real. I am Jiva is first imagination. I am a human being is second imagination. In that male and female third imagination. Then these are my friends, relatives. ये सारे एक के बाद एक के बाद आ रहे हैं. See, this is a very blunt truth. In Vyavahara, this will create lot of harm. But we are talking about the absolute truth, so we are talking as it is. When it comes to Vyavahara, you have to common sense use करना है वहाँ. ये मत use करना वहाँ. You know that boy is given in marriage. आज बहुत शादियाँ कर रहे पता है हमने. Immediately that the girl's father became samdhi to him. हेतु फला. पहले नहीं थे वो, डेली घूम रहे थे, पार्क में दिख रहे थे. सडनली मैच फिक्सिंग हो गया. फ्रॉम नोवेयर ही बिकेम समधी. Then that girl's brothers became our relatives. अलग अलग जुड़ रहे and we live all through. You say this is my wife and he is my क्या कहते हैं, जो भी शाला संबंधी नस्तदा उसका भाई है, इसलिए मेरे लिए ऐसा रिलेटेड है. And that fellow also accepts, huh? And then जीजाजी है करके he will do all seva also. All of them are only in your insistence. Suddenly तलाक हो गया, गल बोला नहीं होना चाहिए. Suddenly is no more a जीजाजी. इसके जीजा नहीं है, वो साला वगैरह नहीं है, सब हटाओ. अब रियल होता तो परमानेंट होना चाहिए ना. बीच में आया चला गया, क्यों आया, इंसिस्ट किया करके, क्यों चला गया, इंसिस्टेंस छोड़ दिया, बस इतना ही. लाइक आई एम इंसिस्टिंग टू बी अ स्पीकर, आई एम देयर. वन डे इफ डिसाइड है चलो सब भाड़ जाए, कोई आते नहीं सुनते नहीं, नो मोर स्पीकर एंड नथिंग हैपेंस टू द वर्ल्ड नॉट टू द सेल्फ. पीपल आर हैप्पी. इफ द वर्ल्ड नीड्स, द लॉर्ड विल सेंड अनदर स्पीकर. No, these are very important subtle thoughts. ये inside हमको सोचना है, बाहर बोलना नहीं. The more rooted we become in this understanding, the wrong roots of the samsara, which is caused by hetu phalavada, goes away. परमात्मा ना हेतु है, ना जगत उनसे बना हुआ फल है. बट इंसिस्ट करते हैं. श्लोक इज व्हाट? यावद हेतु फल आवेशः तावद हेतु फल उदयः. क्षीणे हेतु फल आवेशे न अस्ति हेतु फल उद्भवः. This is ultimate. You are insisting, and as long as your insistence is there, so long the hetu phala will appear pakka to you because you are insisting. The moment avesha is removed of hetu and phala, नास्ति हेतु नास्ति फल उद्भव. That same na pot maker. He takes the himself and the mud as a hetu, and he takes the pots as phala. So he does the hetu, uses the hetu and creates phala. After 10 years, 20 years, you go to him. अरे मैं लास्ट टाइम आया 10 साल पहले, घर के सामने इतने मटके थे, हम बना भी रहे थे, उसका बड़प्पन भी बताया है, ऑल दैट लॉट ऑफ बिजनेस टू हैव. और नहीं, कहाँ गया, अभी एक मटका भी नहीं दिख रहा है. What happened in him? Himself as the hetu, mud as a hetu, that insistence is dropped. Therefore, he did not work on it. Therefore, the phala called as the pots were not created. Then he took up another business. In that he had Avesha. There he became Hetu. Then he started. अब मटका बेचना बंद किया मैं बनाना. अब मैंने दुकान खोला, ग्रोसरी शॉप. उसका वो हेतु बना और उसका फल दिख रहा है. जब तक इंसिस्ट करेगा वो चलेगा. एक दिन बड़े हो गए तो वो भी बच्चों को देख के घर में बैठेगा बस. Clear? Two things. In any particular karma, if you have avesha of hetu phala, that karma phala will be there. In the same way, extend it, expand it in the entire life also. When you insist on a hetu phala, the janma marana continues. Then what is to done? By logics which are used earlier, hetu phala vada when you rejected, janma marana, bandhana, all of them go away. And how to do that? By establishing the pure conscious existence. The pure conscious existence is always so. It has never become anything, nor it became cause for any effect to come from it. You remain in that. That's called moksha. Bandhana is hetuphalavada. Moksha is hetuphalavada rahita. When hetuphala is there, the creation happens. Creation is only to bind you. In the self, there is no creation, there is no bondage. So, in the self, there is no hetuphalavada. So, when you drop the hetuphalavada, be the self. That being the self is hetuphalavada rahita moksha, becoming something is samsara. Where is hetuphala is there? So, don't become anything, just to be the self. Say to it right now, I am the pure self. I am neither becoming jiva, nor becoming intelligent, nor becoming emotional, nor becoming healthy or ill healthy. These are all becomings. When you insist on them, really you feel all that. That's what in Jagrata Swapna happens. Hetu phala. Sushupti mein hetu nahi hai, phal nahi hai. Sab shanti, anandam. Agree? You don't become a hetu to make a coffee and enjoy the phala of it so nice in the sleep. But the joy of sleep is much better than the coffee which you make in waking or dream. What is the meaning of coming to waking or dream? Coming into the level of hetu phalavad. क्योंकि हम निरंतर कुछ न कुछ करते हैं जो हेतु बनता है, कुछ न कुछ पाते हैं जो फल बन रहा है. In Nidra and in Samadhi, in Brahma Jnana, no hetu phalavada, there was no creation at all. What is there is self. Establishing that. Insist करोगे तो रहेगा वो. नाहं करोति मन्यो करोति नाहं करता मन्यो करता. Naham karomi kama karoti naham karta kama karta. In this way, there are very many Veda mantras to reject it. This is what Gita meant. Now you understand? For all this, what is the basis? Gita, 2nd chapter, 47th sloka. Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. Karmanyavadikaraste, you know, we must do our duties. Ma phaleshu kadachana, never you have right on that you result we know. Mate sangostu akaramani we know. Don't be without doing the work. But this mate sangostu karmani se pehle ma karma phala hetur bhuhu is explained here. कर्म का फल का हेतु तू मत बन. हाउ? इंसिस्ट करके कि मुझे वो फल चाहिए और ये फल पाने के लिए जो कर्म है मैं करके रहूंगा. No, this is such a sublime truth. We have not seen Bhashya. Bhashya का तो ये बात होगा कि at this place if we reject correct ourselves, don't become the hetu and don't command the phala. You are liberated at this very moment. We always expect some phala and try to do something as cause as a hetu. That person should love me. Then only I will be happy. That's called phala. For that the hetu. You remember throughout the day. You send message. You see, give the gifts and all. ये दोनों samsara है. As long as you want phala, you have to do the hetu. Both are your own insistence. You drop it. Be in yourself. आर देर नॉट पीपल इन द आश्रम जंगल अपने आप में मस्ती में. सिटी में भी है जो प्योर माइंडेड है, ना किसी लेना है ना किसी देना है, संसार नहीं है उनको. दिस वी आर टॉकिंग टू डिस्कवर आत्मानुभूति एट द हाईएस्ट लेवल. वी आर टॉकिंग द उपनिषद व्हिच इज टॉक अबाउट ब्रह्मानुभूति एंड मोक्ष. कंटेक्स्ट भूलो मत. कंटेक्स्ट भूल गया हो तो स्वामी जी देन इफ आई डोंट टॉक टू एनीबॉडी, डोंट मीट एनीबॉडी, हाउ विल द लाइफ कंटिन्यू? दे आर ऑल संसारी के बातें हैं. We're not talking here samsara. In samsara, if you are a samsari, you continue. That's what you are anyway doing. हेतु फल जो ऑलरेडी कर रहे हो वो कहने के लिए थोड़ी आया शास्त्र. शास्त्र एक यूनिक चीज. ब्रह्माद्वितीय एव श्रुतयः प्रमाणम. श्रुति इज टू टीच यू ब्रह्म ज्ञान, नॉट फॉर व्यवहार. व्यवहार आपको धर्म ग्रंथ सिखाते हैं. श्रुति तो ब्रह्म ज्ञान के लिए है ना, उसमें सवाल नहीं आता. समझे? इफ आई डोंट गो एनीवेयर, डोंट मीट एनीवन, नोट क्रिएट हेतु फलवाद, what will happen to the world? The world will be very happy. Coming to Vedanta class of absolute truth, don't ask questions about relativity. That is wrong context. Therefore, the guru will be very choosy about the disciple whom he is addressing. Either he will change the disciple if he wants to teach this subject, or changes the subject if he cannot avoid the disciple. They should be matching. If at all that question comes, when I said, don't become a hetu by expecting some phala. Hetu is your own karma. There are many people like that. They have no expectation from world, therefore they don't become the hetu. So they are free from hetu galava, but they are in their own blissful self, happy. That is possible. That is an absolute covetable thing. What is the main word you have to understand in this sloka number 55? Avesha. Yavad hetufal avesha. What is the nature of it? It was said earlier. धर्माधर्म हेतो हो अहम कर्ता, धर्माधर्मो मम, तेषाम फलम, हेतु हो गए ना, फलम कश्चित प्राणी निकाये जातः भोक्ष्ये. I'll be born in somebody and enjoy it. Enjoy the phala of that. This is all insistence. So both way. When you reject the kartrutva, the phala will not attach you. If you reject the phala, you need not become the karta of it. When both are rejected, kartrutva, bhotkutva, hetu phala is gone away. When the hetu phala goes away, that Paramatma who has never become hetu, nor he created any phala, that is experienced by us. Very deep, subtle meditational level में. No, this is such a श्लोका. ये जो सत्य बताकर हमारे ऊपर सारा रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी छोड़ के कारिका कारण भाषा करा इज वॉशिंग देयर हैंड. तुम्हारा संसार तुम्हारे हाथ में है. इफ यू इंसिस्ट हेतु फला, यू विल कंटिन्यू. यू डोंट वांट टू बी इन संसार, ड्रॉप द हेतु and drop the phala. Is it not? If you become the hetu of getting married, the phala of 5 children you will have. If you don't want that phala, don't enter into the hetu. Example only. It's not that everybody married only in this life. Without marriage, many people are happy. Extended example. It is not necessary that we should become Jiva and become Deha and be happy. There's so many Mahatmas transcended Jiva Deha Bhava and they are in the blissful self. पॉसिबिलिटी हो रहा है ना, तो उसके लिए आप ट्राई करो. आवेश छोड़ दो ना आजकल. फला इज डिजायर्स, हेतु इज कर्म. हेतु फलावेश मीन्स हैविंग डिजायर्स एंड डूइंग कर्म फॉर इट. It is both are in your own insistence. That's what I said. Example. You want that friend's love, you put effort. One day you know this fellow is useless, then you don't want the love, you stop the effort. Then the whole samsara is gone. देखते देखते भूल ही जाते. Like you and I, some of you, slowly leaving me. After 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you will forget me. Like many forgot. 3 years back, 4 years back, with how many people we were there. कल मैं 2-3 लोगों का नाम याद कर रहा था. नाम ही याद नहीं आ रहे. फेस सामने था. Every day I was meeting them. So too, they also forget me. You will also forget after 5 साल. अब जो लोग रेगुलर क्लास आ रहे हैं, 20 साल पहले मिले, बीच में 15 साल कहाँ गए? पता ही स्वामी है कि नहीं, जिंदा कि नहीं. Now also whom we were meeting, they don't even have a news about me for 10 months, also 1 month to 6 months. So to me, then at the time whenever we were close with somebody or even now, it's only hetu phalavada, not reality. That hetu phala is insistence only. I want some phala and I believe in some hetu to do it. I am caught up. Jiva is in hetu phalavadi. Paramatma में ना हेतु ना फल है, is not a jiva. He is blissful by himself. That we have to discover inside. What is discovery according to Alatha Shanti? In the pure self, hetu phalavada and hetu phalavada in jiva is impossible, but can still be felt because of the avesha. In the mud, there is never a pot. Mud is never hetu, pot is never phala. But you have the avesha in you, then that appeared as a pot. आवेश के कारण, और जो जो जिसमें आवेश कर रहे हैं वो कर रहा है. ठीक है ना? इफ द आवेश इज सत्य, एवरीबडी शुड डू दैट ओनली. इज इट नॉट? व्यापारी व्यापार कर रहा है, उनका उसमें आवेश है. किसान किसान का कर रहा है, उसका आवेश है. नौकरी वाला नौकरी, जो प्राइवेट वाला प्राइवेट, गवर्नमेंट वाला गवर्नमेंट, आईटी वाला आईटी, जिसका जो आवेश है वो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. फलावेश हेतु आवेश, हेतु फल वाला जीव भाव. Well, all that is happening in them, the self which is real is intact, and the self only is appearing as hetu and vala because of avesh. This is such a help to us, this sentence, which tells us that drop the avesha, everything goes away. Is it not? Stop insisting that you are a jiva. You are no more a jiva, beta. ये तो कोई जरूरत थोड़ी है वो. शुद्ध आत्मा में इनकी जरूरत नहीं है, आप खुद पकड़ के रहे हो. If this is discovered that it is by my choice I am bound, and we also understand that it with my choice I can be liberated, you caught the essence of Vedanta. First mistake is done. Now rectify the mistake. What is mistake done? Chosen to be the hetu to get the phala. Now reject the phala, reject the hetu. Why the phala should be rejected? All the phala which you are expecting is only for sukha. Entire sukha is there in you as your own self already. Discover him both ways. To discover that infinite Atmananda, you drop the phala and hetu. Second is one, Atmananda is so infinitely blissful, you need not to become a hetu to get a phala. It is very small. दोनों तरह से सोच कर stop the insistence called as avesha. There you are. ऑल दीज आर आवेश. जैसे मैंने कहा, प्रवचन करना, सत्संग करना, ये सब हेतु फलवाद है. इन द प्योर आत्मा दे आर नॉट देयर. फाइनली ये सब ड्रॉप करो तभी आत्मा मिलेगा. अभी ड्रॉप करो तो अभी मिलेगा. एंड वी इंसिस्ट इट. और एक दिन क्लास करो, और एक दिन टेक्स्ट करो. हु इज डूइंग इट? आत्मा इज नॉट डूइंग. आत्मा से आके मिलो मेरे से. हम कह रहे थोड़ा सत्संग करके आता हूँ, हम करते ही जा रहे. छोड़ दो तो यू आर देयर विथ वन विथ. इज इट नॉट? But we will drop the satsang when we convinced about this knowledge. We are doing satsang not for ego, not for fancy, not to forget the self. वो ignorance नहीं है हमारे पास. We are only becoming stronger in our knowledge and conviction that once we drop it in such a way never to come back and only to enter the self. वो conviction आ गया, सब छोड़ देंगे. आपको मैं अपने आप को ही छोड़ देंगे. देहेंद्रिय मनोबुद्धि वो नहीं है तो कहाँ है दुनिया. Conviction slowly to become stronger. I'm just telling answer. Then why are you conducting class, स्वामी? अगर आप कहते हो उसका हेतु फलवाद बता रहा हूँ. यावत् हेतुफलयोः आवेशः हेतुफल आग्रहः. Agra means insistence. The only one bhayankara disease, to make us suffer spiritually, suffer psychologically, suffer relationally, suffer externally is agraha. That agraha, when it becomes illogical and negative, it is called as duragraha. Even if that agra is about the positive, but the other person is not listening, still you insist, that also called duragra. Like you want your children to improve, that is agraha. They don't want to improve, they want to get spoiled, still you are insisting, दो इट इज गुड वन, स्टिल दैट इज कॉल्ड दुराग्रह. ये काम क्या करना है, एक समय में छोड़ देना है उसको. बच्चे खराब होना है, खुद ही दुराग्रह है वो एक्चुअली. कोई रखता नहीं ऐसा वाला दुराग्रह. बच्चे अच्छा होना ही कहते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड आग्रह. बट व्हेन द चाइल्ड डजंट वांट, स्टिल यू इंसिस्ट, इट इज दुराग्रह इन यू. दैट सफर्स यू. A child is not interested, he is enjoying. And he is enjoying his agraha and he suffers you because he is not able to adjust with you, your duragraha. So my agraha creates agraha in you, my duragraha creates duragraha in you, both of us suffer. What is the meaning of not having agraha? है ना, वो सिनेमा गाना जो दर्द वाले नगने है ना, मुझे तुमसे कुछ भी न चाहिए, मुझे मेरे हाल पे छोड़ दो, तुमको भी तुम्हारे हाल में छोड़ दो. तभी जाकर इस हाल में फिलहाल हम खुशहाल रह सकते हैं, नहीं तो बेहाल हो जाएंगे. नो आवेश. कम. नो. वेलकम दोज हु आर कमिंग, वेल गो दोज हु आर गोइंग. बट इज पीपल आर सिचुएशंस एटसेट्रा, दैट इज कॉल्ड द मीनिंग ऑफ नो आग्रह. दैट इज हाईएस्ट मैच्योरिटी. भगवान ऐसे रहते मंदिर में, जो भक्त आए वेलकम, जा रहे वेलकम, जो कभी नहीं आया वेलकम, कोई भी हमेशा वहीं रहते वेलकम. यस, नो आग्रह. हमेशा रहने वाले पुजारी वेलकम, कभी नहीं आने वाले कमिटी मेंबर वेलकम, आगे जाने वाले भक्त वेलकम, एंड विल गो. यू अंडरस्टैंड? डू यू सी एनी चेंज इन द स्माइल ऑफ द लॉर्ड? नो. ही इज इक्वली वेलकम इफ somebody चढ़ाओ 10 रुपए, somebody 10,000, आने दो. कोई 10 मिनट बैठा, कोई 1 घंटा बैठा, आने दो. कोई सारे स्तोत्र पढ़ पढ़ के वो इतना भगवान का पूजा किया, किसी को ओम नमः शिवाय भी नहीं आता. नो आग्रह इन हिम. Wonderful, no, that state? That is the only way you get liberated from this hetuphalavada, which is samsara. नहीं स्वामी, नहीं तो फिर सफर करो. देन डोंट आस्क द फाइनल सॉल्यूशन. देयर इज ओनली वन सॉल्यूशन. स्टॉप योर आग्रह ऑफ द हेतुफल. नहीं है तो फंसोगे तुम. इन दैट ओनली यू कैन इंप्रूव अपॉन, दैट्स इट. बट यू कांट कम आउट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ दिस श्लोका. तावत् हेतुफलयोः उद्भवः धर्माधर्मयोः तत्फलस्य च अनुच्छेदेन प्रवृत्तिः इति अर्थः. The unbroken continuous change of hetufala will be there when you insist on them with agraha. Now solution is what? Second line is Shine hetufalavishe nasti hetufalodbhavaha. What an interesting example he gives here. Yada punaha. Yada punaha, and the other way. First an example. Mantra aushadhi viryena iva graha aveshaha. है कि नहीं? किसी के अंदर कोई भूत प्रेत पकड़ा, वो उन दिनों में बहुत होता था. तो some mantra is chanted or aushadhi is given. Slowly that avesha is gone. When at the time of avesha, whatever funny things he was doing, will it drop or not? So he is comparing this hetufala avesha with the avesha of some bhuta in a person. After which he acts according to that only. हंसेगा, चिल्लाएगा, लुढ़केगा, उठेगा, दौड़ेगा. उसको पकड़कर रस्सी से मार के या कुछ मंत्र बोल के उस भूत को भगाते हैं. Suddenly become normal. See, it is at the other way also. Every day you see at home that a family head becomes so angry, avesha, starts chilla for the children. Then the wife comes and does abhisheka to him. और कोई पानी पिलाती है, कुछ बात बोलती है, उनके अंदर भूत को निकाल देती है. Then that avesha, krodha becomes silent. देन ही सेज, अरे मैं इतना डांटा मेरे बच्चे को, आफ्टर ऑल मेरा बेटा ही तो है वो लड़का भी आकर कहते बाबा फिर आपके बेटा होकर हाउ डू एक्सपेक्ट मी अदरवाइज. सॉलिड. दैट टाइम इन द चाइल्ड आल्सो दैट आवेशा वाज देयर. कैसे बदला लूं मैं पापा का, उसके अंदर एक भूत निकल जाएगा, फिर वो भी कहते मेरा पापा. दैट इज व्हाई स्वामी नेवर फॉल्स इन द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन चिल्ड्रन, पेरेंट्स और वाइफ एंड हस्बैंड. क्योंकि जब वो आवेश में होते हैं किसी की बात नहीं सुनते हैं, जब नहीं होते हैं तो किसी की जरूरत नहीं. Swami only looks at what dakshina they brought, what fruits they brought. He is very interested. Other things anyway, they don't listen. The one who can listen to the wife's words, he will never need a Swami's advice. A one who cannot listen to his wife's word, do you think he'll listen to a Swami? These are all practical experiences, knowledges we get. Very interesting. And anything Swami says, he'll again compare what his wife is saying. अगर what Swami say, wife said same, he said मैं पत्नी में यही कहा मैं वही करूंगा जाएगा वो give credit to the wife only. If something else he says no पत्नी ने नहीं कहा तो again he will vote for her only. इसलिए कहीं नहीं फंसना है हेतु फलावेश यू अंडरस्टैंड भूत का एग्जाम्पल देकर now just like through mantra aushadhi the bhuta is removed avesha is gone and all the actions done because that avesha is gone. Same here he says yathokta advaita darshanena. When we develop the vision of advaita as said so far in last trend of karikas, with that avidya udbhuta hetu phala avesha apanita bhavati. The Hetuphala Avesha, like a Bhutu Preta, which was there because of Avidya of the Atma, when that goes away, because Atma Vidya is gained by the logic spoken in the last few Karikas. So, whatever is said in the last three Prakaranas, on the basis of that, when one discusses Advaita Atma, that is called Vidya. Before the discovery of that, what was there? Avidya. From the Avidya only the Hetu Avesha came, Hetuphala Avesha, when that goes away. सो विद्या से अविद्या का चला जब जाएगा फिर क्या होगा अपनी तो भवतदा तस्मिन् क्षणे न अस्ति हेतु फल उद्भवः then he will never become the हेतु फलवादी. आत्मविद्या से अविद्या के कारण जो आवेश होकर हेतु फलवाद था वो चला जाएगा. जस्ट लाइक द मंत्र के द्वारा भूत प्रेत निकल गया देन भूत प्रेत रूपी हेतु के कारण जो काम कर रहा था वो अब नहीं करेगा. चिल्लाना, सबको मारना, पीटना, गाली देना. Anybody, a drunkard, at the time of drinking, the effect of the drinking makes him talk all nonsense. When the effect of drink goes away, he is normal. So we have taken the avidya madira, drink, because of which we have become hetu and phalavadin. When the vidya is taken, atmajnana, avidya goes away, then you will never be the hetu, nor will be any phala there. This shloka should be studied every day actually. Slowly the depth of the understanding and conviction and acceptance should come that it is me who is creating world. It is me who is entering into the world. It is me who is suffering and binding. It is me who will have to come out. Entered by insistence called as avesha, exit also by insisting to drop the insistence. The woman will learn this art. That is why Ma karma phala hetur bhu. How do you do that? Only the dharma karma you do, offer it to the Lord. Other than that, never do any kamya karma, never have a kamana at all. That will lead to non-birth into this or that body unnecessarily because every body is given only to get the karma phala. अब तुमने कर्म किया ही नहीं तो फल क्यों मिलेगा? फल नहीं है तो देह क्यों मिलेगा? Then what will happen? You will experience the self and get liberated from the hetu phalavad. इंसिस्ट करोगे फल तो हेतु करना ही पड़ेगा. हेतु करोगे तो फल आपके ऊपर इंसिस्ट किया जाता है. When you don't have phala insistence, then you will not have hetu to be done. These two you can avoid when the avesha goes away. Avesha goes away only when the atma vidya comes. So discover I am infinite blissful self, ekameva advayam, not a jiva. Then I need not become happy by doing this or that. Then I need not do anything to go there to be happy, to become happy. I am already blissful. This will not happen. Oh, yadi hetu phalodbhavaha. If at all somebody is insisting the hetu phalodbhava, tada ko doshaha? Then what is dosha for him in the breakfast? Iti uchyate. The dosha kya hai usme? यावद हेतु फलावेशः संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणे हेतु फलावेशे संसार न प्रपद्यते. इफ यू हैव हेतु फलावेश संसार कंटिन्यू. हेतु फलावेश छोड़ दो तो संसार से मुक्ति होएगा. व्हाट इज इट इज योर चॉइस. ओके, टुमारो वी विल सी इट. ओम यावदेतुफलावेश संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणेतुफलावेशे संसारं न प्रपद्यते यावद्धेतुफलावेशः संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणेतुफलावेशे संसारं न प्रपद्यते यावद्धेतुफलावेश संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणेतुफलावेशे संसारं न प्रपद्यते यावद्धेतुफलावेश संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणेतुफलावेशे संसारं न प्रपद्यते यावद्धेतुफलावेश संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणेतुफलावेशे संसारं न प्रपद्यते समृत्या जायते सर्वं शाश्वतं नास्ति तेन वै सद्भावेन ह्यं सर्वम् उच्येतस्तेन नास्ति वै समृत्या जायते सर्वं शाश्वतं नास्ति तेन वै सद्भावेन ह्यं सर्वम् उच्येतस्तेन नास्ति वै समृत्या जायते सर्वं शाश्वतं नास्ति तेन वै सद्भावेन ह्यं सर्वम् उच्येतस्तेन नास्ति वै समृत्या जायते सर्वं शाश्वतं नास्ति तेन वै सद्भावेन ह्यं सर्वम् उच्येतस्तेन नास्ति वै. They are very sublime slokas. I am talking only for a very superficial 5%. The deeper implication of it, where from the root it eliminates all the samsara that cannot be spoken. When this knowledge sinks into each one of us, you can experience its effect there at that level. It's a very powerful portion of the entire literature of Vedanta. In fact, nothing can be parallel than anything can be parallel, nothing can be greater than it. I strongly believe in it. And I think you and I need to practice this, then only we will end our eternal samsara. That's why Bhagavan has given this opportunity. May we commit for it. Let us have the avesha to practice this so that we come out of all aveshas. Om 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 Om. Today's beautiful thought of introspection is very, very essential to start doing it. What I have done last 20 years, what I have to do next 20 years. With myself, with the time, with energy, with opportunity, with talents, with friends, relatives, parents, children, the world serve. This is called maturity. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmanena Shrutimatriyam Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. 10 minutes give me. I know today we have